Welcome into the JUCO Full Windup presented by Pepsi alongside Kyle Stanley. I'm Phil Stafford bringing you all a great recap from the 60th anniversary of the Junior College Baseball World Series here in Grand Junction, Colorado. Kyle, we've had 10 games up until today, and we've talked about the scoring that's taking place, but something that's very interesting, all 10 winners have scored double digits. It's been pretty incredible.
A lot of high-scoring games. Another interesting fact that I think is really relevant for Day 4 is the Monday night game, that fireworks game that everyone just gets so hyped up for. That Monday night loser has actually gone on to win the last 3 years, which is pretty surprising because there's so much emotion. You can just see how these guys could easily get drained, but a lot of guys bounce back. That's our second game of the day. We're going to get to that in a minute, but we want to start with the first game of the day, which was an elimination game. Chipola, the #1 team in the nation, facing elimination here on Day 4. Florence Darlington and Larry the Turkey trying to stay alive as well. Before we hit the field, let's have some fun with pitcher Blake Whiting of the Stingers.
See it. Okay, Mark. Yeah. Ooh. 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 Yeah. Snap. Let's go get him, baby.
Why haven't we scored yet?
Your mic's up. Do you really?
Yeah.
We've got good teammates too. Give each other water. Right here. See this? It's a cup. This is water. What do you think about it?
What?
What do you think about
About what?
Getting the action started, Chipola still trying to find their rhythm after taking a couple weeks off. The Indians get out to a hot start, already up 2-1 when Andrew Beckold is trying to be the first to hit the new video board, but settles for the scoreboard instead. It's now 3-1. Fourth inning, Chris Clayton pads the lead. Line drive down the right field line, falls in safely for an RBI double. Jaquan White scores. It's now 4-1. Chipola looks like they're ready to run away with this one, especially with the way that Bowden Francis was pitching. He was mowing the Stinger hitters down, but hit some trouble in the middle innings. Javon Martin, the leadoff man, showing the muscle. Solo bomb to left makes it a one-run game. Sixth inning, Francis may have been stretched out one too many batters. Max Mahone deep to right, the wind is blowing that way, and Max thanks the baseball god. Two-run homer gives Flodar their first lead of the tournament, but that lead didn't last long. Jose Caballero hits his second home run of the tourney, this one out to right and nearly takes down a tree. The Indians are back up by a run. FGDC comes right back in the bottom of the 7th. Tyler Anshaw rips an RBI single into right. Martin scores his second run of the game, and we're all tied up at 7. Something's got to give here in the late innings, and the #1 team in the nation found a way to get it done. Jaquan White flips the bat out and serves a go-ahead RBI single into left. Beckold scores, and to pad this win, Chris Clayton launches a 2-run bomb to left. That makes it 10-7, and Chipola stays alive with an 11-7 win. Florence Darlington goes 2-out in their first appearance in the JUCO World Series.
Went to Junior Harding, who was kind of been our kryptonite this year. We played Chipola in February, and he started against us that game and was tremendous against us, and he was good again today. So we can't quite figure that guy out. So we play him again next year down in Florida. Hopefully he'll be moved on. But what a wonderful experience it's been for these guys. Just Grand Junction, people here have just been so welcoming. They treated our guys like rock stars.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a team meeting last night, and we basically just talked about we're only guaranteed 9 more innings, and we're gonna do everything we can for those 9 innings and give our all out there. And I think that you could really see that today. Even when we got behind, we didn't panic. We just played for each other and did what we did. And so it's the same thing. We're only guaranteed 9 more, so we're gonna come out tomorrow and play those 9 as hard as we can.
The afternoon game was game number 12 of this tournament, matching up Crowder versus Cali, who lost due to poor pitching late in the game on Monday night. They called on Jacob Reuter's right arm to right the ship.
This is Trevor Nance, and I'm here with the Cali County Tigers. Let's go talk to some of our pitchers from last night. What's going through your head whenever a kid hit that FCI sign?
Ball. Don't leave it right down the middle.
Ball.
That's what went through my head.
What's going to happen today? Who's going to win?
You.
Who?
You. You. You.
All right, you heard it first. This is our game 1 starter. He got that dub first. And then he had to come in pinch run last night. So what was going through your head when they made you pinch run?
No idea. It was like the bottom of the 9th. I'm sitting here just watching the game.
And then he's like, yeah, get your cleats on, Gary. You're going to pinch run a pin, gets a hit. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? I'm like running back and forth, trying to find cleats, trying to find a batting helmet.
And we're just
taking
POs.
them out in first base, be like, don't get picked off, don't get picked off.
Trevor, let me ask you a question. What are you going to do if you get in today?
I'm going to try my hardest to throw up some zeros, you know. I got to throw up zeros so we can get a dub today.
Zeros, that's right.
As for the Rough Riders, this was their third consecutive day inside of the elimination bracket. It was Aaron Ashby who took the mound for them, and he struggled in the first inning to get his command. After loading the bases with only one out, the Tigers pounced by scoring all 3 base runners on pass balls. And as we've seen with Crowder, they went to the plate aggressive in their half of the opening frame. Elvis Peralta with a slap up the middle, scoring Tyler Duncan, and the Rough Riders gained back 2. After the Tigers add another in the 4th, Kyle McDonald ropes one down the line in right field. Peralta jogs home. McDonald aggressive on the base path, gets it to a double. Later in the inning, Travis Lalaman calls for a suicide squeeze. Cameron Witt gets it down. McDonald to score if Witt can beat the throw. He does, and we're tied up at 4 runs apiece. Then the Rough Riders put in Nate Alberius to take over for Ashby. Jacob Means down the line. Kobe Morris finally gets a hold of it, rushes the throw, takes a short skip under the glove of McDonald, and on the air, Cali breaks the tie. Plus, Means gets to third, and he would later score in the inning. Still with the lead in the 6th, the Tigers give themselves a cushion with a rip from Connor Litton. They scored in 7 of the 9 innings, including runs in the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, and their gloves shut down the Rough Riders in the final 3. First, it's this unbelievable double play in the 6th, not just the initial dive, but how about the transfer by Kayvon Edwards? If that wasn't enough for you, center fielder Joel Spain sacrificing the body to steal a hit from Tyler Duncan in the 7th. Then it was Edwards once again with the bases loaded. Right place, right time. Cali advances, and they'll get an off day on Wednesday, while Crowder is forced to head home.
That's all we talk about, Grand Junction, and getting here was a blessing, and spending it with my brothers. It's just hard to leave so early. Wasn't expecting us to leave today. It's just hard to take it all in.
Not only is it a special group to me personally and knowing them, but also, you know, we came out here and we made a little bit of noise this time, and we progressed. That's what it's about. Now they set the tone for the next group that can come out here and raise the bar of expectation, or standard, I should say, of what the standard is for us.
Last night, I mean, pitching's been there all year, and I mean, if they had one miscue, that's just part of the game. That's baseball. But today we showed every aspect: base running, when ball's in the dirt, we were advancing the bases. Hitting, we had clutch hitting when we needed it. Pitching was outstanding. So holding them to 5 runs, I think, in 6 innings, that's a great outing.
Final game of the day was a battle of the Texas teams, San Jacinto and McLennan. This game was big for a couple reasons. It's a winner's bracket contest, and both teams would love to stay in the winner's bracket, but this was so much bigger for both teams from a recruiting perspective. And that's why both squads were all business before the game. Well, at least most of the guys were all business. Even our favorite bat boy Hunter had his game face on.
Tell me how the game's going to go tonight. Who's going to win?
San Jack.
And how are they going to do it?
They're going to get the most runs, that's how.
Bailey Horn on the mound for McLennan, 2nd inning. He's walked the bases loaded, but he's on a mission to escape. Strikes out Herbert Iser and Ryan Johnson. He's 1 away from getting out of this, and with a full count to Sergio Macias, the lefty slaps a fly ball to left. Does it have enough? It does! That's a home run of the 4-run kind. Grand slam makes it 4-0. But if there's anything we've learned from this tournament, it's that no lead is safe, even though Jacob Cantleberry was on his game. 3rd inning, Nick Motley grounds a single into left. Come on home, Joe Bro. It's 4-2. Top of the 4th, it's still a 2-run game, but not for long. This time, Josh Bro knows he's got one. You can put 2 on the board for this blast. We're all tied up. Bottom 4 in Texas, everything is big, but Coach Tom Arrington busts out the small ball to take the lead. Luke Watson with the safety squeeze bunt. Sergio Macias scores, and the Gators take the lead. After an Aaron Bond home run, it's 8-6 in the 8th. 2 outs, tying run on second for McLennan's Chris Roller. Can you say clutch? 2-run double, ties this thing up. We're heading to the 9th. And who better to have an opportunity to win a ball game than a guy celebrating his birthday today? Michael Smith just needs some contact to bring home Macias from third, and he does much more than that. Blow out the candles, young man. Sanjak wins 9-8.
Wow, that bull rush, that was something crazy, wasn't it? This is the biggest stage I've ever played on, and being with my best friends, I'd say this is the #1 moment. I mean, it was pretty special to be out here in Colorado in a big matchup, and yeah, I'd definitely say that highlights my career right there.
We're a bunch of fighters. We've been in this spot before, and it's going to make it that much sweeter. Now that we're down to 1 loss, it's going to make it that much sweeter for us to come back and win.
2 teams that went toe-to-toe, and they came out on top, and they made us pay for our mistakes, you know, and at the end of the day, they got one more than we did today.
The media kind of hyped it up as a Texas shootout, and it certainly was.
Time for the home run and play of the day, and of course we have to go back to the Cali Tigers, who flashed the leather all day long, and this double play up the middle by Means and Edwards. Oh, doctor!
And your home run of the day, Sergio Macias found himself in the middle of just about every offensive play for Sanjak. None bigger than this grand slam to start off the scoring. And of course, Phil, you can catch all the action on our social media outlets. If you haven't followed us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, you need to. We're hitting it up big time this year. You got to see all the highlights there at Real Recruits. And you know, one thing we haven't mentioned, if you are really wanting to relive this experience, we do have an opportunity to be able to purchase a DVD of your favorite team. Just go to www.jucogj.org in order to order. But we do want to talk about the Day 5 games. Love to be able to see McLennan and Chipola tomorrow. That's going to be a battle of juggernauts. The big thing for me, Phil, is I have a tough time not seeing McLennan and Sanjak now back in the championship game.
I think that it was a preview here in Day 4 of what we could see in a championship game. 2 very high-powered offenses, but just keep in mind that those Kansas teams know how to keep chipping away, and Cali has a day off. So Chipola and McLennan in the first game, and then in our winner's bracket game, it's Wabash Valley out of Illinois taking on Sanjak. And like Michael Smith said in the press conference, Sanjak is feeling pretty good right now, so it'll be fun to watch them. Signing off from Day 4 here at the JUCO World Series at Simplesio Field in Grand Junction alongside Kyle Stanley. I'm Phil Stafford. This has been the JUCO Full Windup presented by Pepsi.